global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. It's no longer news that President Tinubu is in Benue State visiting virtually all the areas where there was, the crisis, where Fulani took advantage of the Benue State people and took out as much as 200 persons. The president is in Yelawata with some dignitaries, and the thief said that it has nothing to do with Heda's farmers' crisis. It has a lot to do with planned move to clean off, the thief people. But however, interestingly, someone has stepped up to give an insight which may put the National Security Advisor's job at risk. Talking about Tinubu NSA-Ribadu. One of the key prophets in Nigeria, Primate Elijah Yodele, has made a disclosure that will shock you a great deal, calling Ribadu for 130 times without him picking it to give him an idea of what was about to happen. I'm going to give you full details of that. At the same time, MACBAN, that's Meitiala Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, has made some very shocking statement. All of that is coming in a jiffy. But let's start up with what Primate Elijah Yodele, leader of INRI Evangelical Spiritual Church, a key prophet in Nigeria, have to disclose to Nigeria. And he says he made repeated efforts to warn the National Security Advisor, Tinubu NSA-Ribadu, ahead of the recent attack in Benue State, but was ignored. In a statement on Wednesday, Ayodele said he received a divine warning weeks before the attack and tried to allay Ribadu by calling him more than 130 times without success. In his word, he says, I called Tinubu NSA-Ribadu about 130 times to warn him about the Benue killing beforehand so that it could be prevented. But when you put people who don't respect God in power, these are some of the things that happen. I sent texts to him, but he never responded. I would say he should be blamed for what happened in Benue. The cleric said the warning was earlier published in his annual prophecy book, Warning to the Nations, and that his attempt to deliver the message directly to the NSA was guided by divine instruction. He claimed he visited Ribado's office but was turned back and even followed up with a formal letter which received no acknowledgement. In his word, he says, probably he thinks I want to collect money from him, and I wonder what he wants to give me that I don't already have. I went to his office, but I was turned back. I went ahead to write a letter because God doesn't want the death of innocent lives, but these people in power are something else. He said the issue in Benue State goes beyond the capacity of the state governor and warned that political leaders must begin to honor divine counsel to avoid future tragedy. Yodele, in his words, says, I even called the general to reach out to Ribadu regarding the vision I saw about Benue attack, but the NSA ignored it. Our governors and administrators needs to begin to respect God and listen to his warning to get things done. Meanwhile, the Meitiala Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria has expressed hope that intervention of President Tinubu will help restore lasting peace in Benue State. The group, in a statement on Wednesday by its national president Alhaji Baba Ogman Nelzaba, also commended President Tinubu's visit to Benue, describing the action as timely. The Meitiala leader also further commended the political courage displayed by Tinubu in calling on political and traditional leaders in Benue State to seek peaceful coexistence among themselves. Ottoman Gelzalba expressed the desire of MACBAN to see the restoration of normalcy in the affected area of Benue and the country at large. According to him, he said, we wish to thank President Tinubu GCFR for his intervention and timely visit to Benue. We also thank Mr. President for having the courage to urge political and traditional leaders in Benue State to seek peaceful coexistence among themselves. We hope that this visit will help restore the much-needed peace to Benue State and the nation at large. The MACBAN leader reiterated the commitment of the group to promoting peace across the nation. He also expressed condolence to the federal government, the government, and the people of Benue State and all Nigerians over the senseless loss of lives and destruction of property in the state. In his word, he said, as the umbrella organization of Fulani cattle breeders and herders in Nigeria, MACBAN remain committed to the peaceful and harmonious coexistence of Nigeria, more than 300 ethnic groups. As major stakeholders in the Nigerian project and one of the biggest contributors to the nation's gross domestic product, it is in our best interest to promote peace with other Nigerians. Ottoman Gelzalba expressed or emphasized the need for political, traditional, religious, and community leaders in the state to commit to promoting peaceful coexistence between agrarian and livestock rearing community. He also urged leaders to stop pushing divisive narrative that undermines peace and unity. Meanwhile, it reported that President Tinubu has arrived in Benue State ahead of stakeholder meeting. Wow, this is interesting. My colleague is in the house and we just want to talk about, the fact that NSA-Ribadu, was pre-informed of this particular incident. But according to the pastor, he said he turned his back on him. He ignored him. Though I know that it is not in Nigerian constitution for, you to respond to things that cannot be touched with the hand, because it's just a mere prophecy. If he decides to raise the alarm, how about if it does not happen and all of that? Most people will be asking that question. But do you think that would have at least showed that he is interested in the security of Nigeria, being that he's the national security advisor to Mr. President?
Well, I thought that I would rather think that any information is, like the police will always say, please come out with any useful information to be able to, keep security in the best in optimal level. I would have thought that coming from whether Prophet, he's a citizen of Nigeria, and he's saying he has some classified information, it's up to him to have heard him out first. Hear him out, try to find out how did you get this your information, do your necessary investigation, and then that's a lead way, and take the necessary step. Who knows? It could just, some people, you hear things like some of the security agents will say that they got classified information, they got a lead, they got a this. It's from that lead, you never can tell. Maybe all of this won't have happened. And now, trust Prophet Ayodele, he's going to sink this until the whole world will hear it. That for a security agent, you don't play with any information, especially for someone who is willing to put himself in the line and say, I have this information, whether it is spiritual or not. If you can prove it, if he can give you some tangible words that are physically proven, like telling you there's a state called Benue. Is there a state called Benue in Nigeria? Yes. Oh, there's a community, when you say, okay, a state called Benue, there's a community, okay, there's a people, or there are people, then you begin to ask those people, are there people, places like this in that community? Yes, there is. Okay, from there, okay, maybe, just maybe.
Just put it,
you never can tell, but it's rather unfortunate though. It has happened, and then Meitiala. That thing they're saying, it clearly shows that, and this I've noticed this, unfortunately. Atiku Abubakar, I don't think he has said anything.
No, he has. He was the one. Both of them were dragging President Bola Tinubu, Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar.
Now, what I've noticed, probably because Atiku Abubakar is going for presidency, but I've noticed he has always been very neutral. Especially during that Deborah issue, when he tried bringing out his matter, Deborah issue, his people literally, dragged him. But other than Atiku Abubakar, most of them are always very silent.
Yeah.
Whenever it comes to issues like Fulani herdsmen doing this, doing that, they will just pretend. Look at when it comes to issue of Sultan of Sokoto. Right now, he's having ear problem now. He cannot hear what is happening in Benue. But if it has to do with his people, you see his ears will be very sharp. His ears will be alert.
So he had made a statement about this whole thing.
When making the statement, see how they water it down. Because they know that people will always drag them out. But it doesn't all go well. If this continues like this, Benue belongs to the people of Benue. It's not a Fulani state.
It's not.
Fulanis do not own a state, not in Middle Belt, and definitely not in the southern Nigeria. I doubt even they own any state in the north. That's always been the Fulanis, the Kanuris, and the rest. But whatever it is, I do not want to dwell into such things. But I feel that land grabbing anybody's land is really not nice. Like one of their traditional rulers said that this is not farmer headers clash.
The number one traditional ruler.
This is banditry.
Yes. And
it must be caught out now. I hope, like Mr. President said, and up till now there have been no arrests made. Are we kidding here? Are we playing Nollywood here? Sharp. And somebody said something unique. So I just hope that innocent people will not be tagged. Whatever the case is, I believe that when our security agencies want to work, they do a fine job of it. When they choose to, you'll be shocked how they will get the information. All gadgets will function. And I believe that if they genuinely want to work, please, they should put their heart to it. All lives matter. If these guys get away with this, more will come. Exactly. And I'm not even sure if our security agencies will be safe this time. Because they will now want to attempt, if they attempted all of this on civilians, they want to attempt it on security agencies. I believe that security is everybody's business, including the security agencies. And I believe that if they do the right thing, Nigerians and Nigeria will be secured.